My name is Lasse, and we are from Satochi. So what I want to tell you a little bit about today is what we've been up to throughout the last 6 months, and what we're sort of going towards throughout the next period. So right now you're probably all wondering what is Satochi, besides you probably all have some sort of idea that it was the unknown founder of Bitcoin. That's obviously where we got the name inspiration from. So anyway, just a disclaimer first, we are not really an ICO company. We tend to see ourselves as a complete normal VC funding company, just so it's gonna make more sense throughout the presentation. So our vision is to be the cryptocurrency wealth manager of the people. So what does this mean? So if you bought Bitcoin in December last year, you're probably not really that happy right now. A lot of people took loan out of their houses, out of their cars, etc., just to invest in Bitcoin. What we saw was that this market is really, really still in this very new phase, right? The complexities around getting into the blockchain and crypto space, not for you guys, because you guys know the whole space for sure, but for the 99% of people that is running around downtown Times Square right now, they actually have no clue around what they're doing. So we thought, how can we make this super, super, super easy and less capital heavy? The whole market right now is perceived to be super risky, which it is. So instead of thinking about this volatility as a negative, we thought, how can we turn it into something positive? So that's why we came up with Satochi, which is a robo-advisor app for the crypto space, and essentially gives you a managed portfolio that handles everything for you. So how does it work? I'm going to come back to in a second why we chose to go to this model, but the roundup model has already been proved by companies like Acorns in the traditional space and other players as well. So given a lot of user research, we figured that users are actually really, really, really hesitant to invest, but they want to eliminate the perceived risk. One way to do that is to invest less money. So the way it works is you link your bank or your credit or debit card. Then once you go to Starbucks and buy a $3.50 coffee, we automatically round up your transaction to the closest dollar and invest your spare change in your managed portfolio for you. So as everyone in this room are probably sure, this is a very, very growing market, and just throughout the last year, we saw a 10x when it comes to the market cap of cryptocurrencies as a whole, right? And the graph obviously tells us that we're onto something very interesting. So the way our competitive space is comprised is we have sort of on the horizontal line, vertical line, if I'm not wrong or right, we have a managed portfolio and exchanging by yourself, right? So what does this mean is that we are targeting the people which are extremely, extremely new to the space. So people that, even though we love platforms like Coinbase and Robinhood, people that are actually not even good enough or knowledgeable enough to go to either of those platforms. So throughout the last 3-4 months, when we've actually launched our pre-launch campaign, we managed to get a little over 10,000 people to sign up, and gonna come back to in a second where we are sort of on the roadmap, but we're soon about to launch, and obviously we're very excited to take those pre-launch signups into actual customers. So as I think one of the first, and at least among the first, robo-advisors in the whole new crypto space, we managed to get an SEC-registered investment advisor license, and now going into the App Store and Android Store, we're the first ones actually compliant to do so. The team, and here comes Mr. Oliver, who's probably very happy right now. The founding team is me, Oliver, and Gabriel. We're a total team of about 5 or 6 people right now, but this is the core founding team. Gabriel is our CTO, who has been in Silicon Valley for the last 5 years, working on another company there before he ventured into this. He has fintech and blockchain experience as an active investor since 2013. Oliver is in the same bucket as an active investor in this space, and is really, really high on the whole product and strategy level. and I myself is more targeted towards user acquisition and brand strategy. So just to give you a better visually understanding of what we're actually looking at, these are some of the components that we've built. So you sign up, you have a dashboard that gives you an overview of your portfolio performance, how it's looking, if you are happy or not happy. Throughout the last couple of months, you're probably not so happy, but we can see that it's slowly going back. We give you a monthly report of your total investments, of your total roundups, and how much your portfolio has accrued. Then, the story behind this is that by default, we could actually be very happy if a user would just sign up and not check their phone for 6 months. Even though they would still be investing in a passive manner, it was actually makes sense for us, right? So we thought, how can we really engage users and really engage them in a way that is going to make them share it? So we built in a gamified aspect of it. So as a user, you can earn badges, earn accruing levels as you go about your portfolio. The timeline that we looked at is we started developing back in January 2018. We got the SEC license a couple of months after that and raised $100,000 from a Silicon Valley fund out in San Francisco. Then we've done some testing and are now in private beta and expect to launch throughout the fall of this year. Thank you. Yeah, so these are some of the previous investors that we've looked at and are now joining Satochi. And other than that, thank you very much. We are currently raising a small angel round. It will primarily be taken up by our previous investors, but I'm more than happy to chat and have a coffee with either of you. Thank you very much.